In the groovy year of 1984, with so much happening around the globe, Sonny Vaccaro, a talent scout for Nike, was on the hunt for fresh basketball talent to up their shoe game. As the leading figure of the sports shoe company, Sonny had to be sharp, finding athletes who could make their kicks a hit. Basketball shoe sales were dominated by Converse with 54%, followed by Adidas with 29%, and Nike had a mere 17%. Adidas was big among US teens thanks to new rappers, while Converse was cemented as Magic Johnson and Larry Bird's choice. Nike was still known for jogging shoes, not profitable with the youth. The basketball division at Nike wasn't doing so hot. Sonny discovered Nike's slogan, "Just Do It," came from a death row inmate's final words. In a marketing meeting led by Strasser, they pondered which NBA rookie to nab as their ambassador. Top pick Hakeem Olajuwon was off limits. Same with Sam Bowie and Michael Jordan, who were leaning towards other brands. So options were the 5th to 20th picks. Jazz's legend John Stockton and 76 ER's star Charles Barkley were considered but had drawbacks. The meeting flopped. Rob and Sonny had a toilet chat. Sonny pitched Michael Jordan, but Rob worried about the cost. Nike's budget was $250,000 for 3 players. Sonny sought CEO Phil Knight's help. He aimed to verify the finances, but Phil wasn't pleased to hear that because the prior year, the firm saw a drop in earnings. Thus, the board proposed dissolving the basketball sector as it didn't yield much profit. Nevertheless, Sonny sought a budget boost to double the offer, which Phil promptly denied. Sonny objected, aware of the revenue from running shoe sales. He felt the basketball division shouldn't be neglected. Phil countered that basketball shoes were niche, while running shoes had broader use, hence more profit. Sonny persisted in the value of basketball, but Phil lectured on running's practicality. The meeting resumed, then stagnated. Undeterred, Sonny continued his survey, even noting cereal product ambassadors, and inquired about budding basketball talents. One evening at Sonny's home, he dual-watched shows. One, an ad for a tennis racket, starred Arthur Ashe, tailored to users. The other, a clip of Michael Jordan's game-changing score for North Carolina, struck Sonny. He replayed the scene, captivated. Next day, Sonny animatedly visited Rob, sharing his insight. Rob remained unimpressed, but Sonny reframed it. The pivotal moment saw Michael Jordan, not senior James Worthy, secure victory. Sonny perceived Michael's greatness, fueling his determination. He'd do anything to sign him, dismissing the other 3 players. Rob declined. Budget split among 3. A $250,000 offer would face Adidas's competition, risking an ambassador. Sonny approached skeptical Howard White, unfazed. He pondered approaching Michael, an Adidas fan, and his agent, David Falk. A meeting with Michael Jordan was sought. David cut to the chase, asserting this scenario wouldn't unfold. Michael Jordan himself declined meetings with Nike. Sonny reminded David of Adidas's controversial history and cautioned against pairing Michael Jordan with that brand. David grew annoyed, confirming only Converse and Adidas could meet Michael Jordan's terms. Regarding leaked offers, David disclosed Adidas's current bid hovered around $200,000. Sonny grappled with this, knowing it's excessive for a rookie. Still, he pledged to risk his career for the deal. Sonny invoked Phil's original daring company-building slogan, urging him to take the gamble. Adidas and Converse readied official bids, while Nike lagged. Phil insisted on a meeting before an offer, clashing with David Falk's official offer first rule. Sonny consulted George Raveling, an Olympic team coach close to Michael Jordan. George revealed Michael found Nike's shoes unimpressive, despite the bonus and dream car offer. Michael was a die-hard Adidas fan, wearing their shoes in practice despite Converse sponsorship. George noted Deloris Jordan, Michael's mother, held agreement authority. Sonny mulled approaching Michael's family, but George warned against unethical actions. Despite consequences, Sonny resolved to pursue the deal, sharing this with Howard White. Howard grasped Sonny's determination and allowed the pursuit. Sonny visited Carolina, greeted warmly by Michael Jordan's father. Deloris Jordan, Michael's mother, appeared in charge at home. Back then, Sonny hadn't crossed paths with Michael Jordan yet. Deloris aimed for Sonny to sway her first. Sonny tried altering Deloris's view, suggesting that if Michael Jordan inked a Converse deal, he'd join other standout players in the company. But for Adidas, post-Adi Dassler's demise, issues loomed. Joining Nike would put Jordan in the spotlight and grant special treatment. Hearing Sonny's pitch, fury ignited. David Falk erupted due to Sonny's rudeness, though he conveyed Deloris's message that Jordan was set to meet on Monday. Phil was equally mad, deeming Sonny overstepped as CEO. Angry but permitting the meeting, Phil hesitated on an official offer. He might cancel, yet Sonny forged on. He met Rob, thrilled about meeting Jordan. In the creative room, Sonny sought a prototype shoe, prioritizing charisma over function to impress Michael. With little time, the designer crafted. Michael met Converse for his first endorsement talk, watching Magic, Larry, and Julius in ads. Deloris grasped her son's fourth high-tier role. Back at Nike, Peter Moore's prototype fell short. Too white due to NBA rules, breaching meant $5,000/game fines. Rob proposed Chicago Bulls red to cover Jordan's fines. Agreement sparked action. Peter's new idea, Air Jordan, honoring Nike's iconic shoe. The trio toiled late at the office, even working weekends to finalize the presentation before the Michael Jordan meeting. Peter completed the final design, astonishing everyone. Michael Jordan's parents met Adidas on Saturday, evaluating shoe models. Deloris disliked the designs and noticed the lack of a clear decision-maker, echoing Sonny's prior observation. At the Nike office on Sunday, Phil saw his team's frantic prep for the upcoming meeting. Phil promptly asked for the shoe's name, Air Jordan, as Peter suggested. He hesitated, but eventually agreed to the next day meeting. The team eagerly prepared offers and strategies. The following day, Michael Jordan, future legend, and his parents arrived at the Nike office near Oregon's mountains. They discussed the contract offer. Deloris warned of Michael's disinterest due to the forced meeting. Howard White eased tension, while the prototype shoes captured Michael's attention. The initial Air Jordan, red like the Chicago Bulls jersey, impressed. Sonny and Rob assured readiness to pay fines. Phil arrived later, appearing busy yet intentionally present. Rob's dull marketing presentation transitioned to an inspiring speech that moved Michael and his family. Sonny emphasized Nike's unique proposition, not just money and fame, but eternity. Shoes are transformed when worn. In the room, all might fade with time, yet Michael Jordan's name and Air Jordan shoes defied oblivion. Nike aimed to etch Michael Jordan's name as a timeless legend. This declaration stunned the Jordan family.
A shoe is just a shoe, until somebody steps into it.
Phil promptly presented the prepared official offer, the grandest Nike athlete contract. Nike sought a star, convinced it was Michael Jordan. The speech swayed Deloris. She fetched the contract, needing a moment. The team sensed victory in swaying the superstar from Adidas. Phil, though somewhat slighted by the forgotten names comment, respected Sonny's earlier words. As Nike's founder, Phil likened his legacy to legends like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. The next days teemed with anticipation as Sonny and team awaited Deloris's news. Tensions rose, fate uncertain. Days later, Howard White, close to Jordan's father, called, not Michael. He leaked Adidas's rebid, mirroring Nike's offer plus a Mercy 380 SL car. Sonny felt disheartened. Their offer, the limit, facing Rob, who staunchly supported him, felt unbearable. He sensed his tenure's end. Nike's basketball division possibly dissolved, but fate interceded. Deloris called, unexpected. She wielded full power over Michael Jordan's choices. Rejecting Adidas, they chose Nike. Joy overwhelmed Sonny. Deloris agreed to Nike's offer, $250,000 plus a bonus, a red Mercedes-Benz 380 SL, but she added a game-changing condition. Sonny and Nike had to embody their promotions words, placing Michael Jordan's name on their shoe products. All Air Jordan items must bear his name, and from each sale, he'd receive a percentage of royalties. Sonny was astonished. Such terms were unprecedented, hard to fathom. Deloris acknowledged athletes' sponsors required continuous excellence for sales. She aimed for a fair solution, trusting Michael's performance. Deloris echoed Sonny's Maxim shoes are mere shoes until worn. Despite offer adjustments, Deloris stood firm. Phil awaited Michael Jordan's response anxiously. Ultimately, they accepted Sonny's news, unwelcome though it was. Yet unexpectedly, Phil dismissed concerns, choosing risk. Returning to his initial company-building slogan, he urged Sonny to agree. Contacting Deloris, Sonny conveyed their acceptance. The target star was secured. Sonny gathered Rob and announced their success in recruiting a future star for an unprecedented contract.
Hey, everybody, we just signed Michael Jordan!
The company's most successful shoe sales realized Phil's $3 million yearly dream, exceeding it with $162 million from the inaugural Air Jordan sales alone. The income reshaped Nike's image, and Air Jordan yielded an average $4 billion yearly, benefiting Michael too. His passive earnings remained steady, around $400 million annually from Air Jordan sales. Post the inaugural Air Jordan, Peter Moore conceived a new logo, a silhouette of Michael mid-layup, revolutionizing product player contracts. Congratulations! Click on the subscribe button if you like more content like this, and help me to reach my goal by September. Thank you for watching.